Welcome, one and all, to this March 2024 full worm moon crystal grid build. This is the beginning of eclipse season, I believe, today. If not the new moon, I don't know. Don't shit's crazy nowadays. But this grid coming in, these energies we're working with is very collective, but grounding, nurturing, healing and calming, very like breaking ground kind of energy as we're helping ourselves and others move forward. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let us start as we always do by calling in the directions, starting with the east, to the wind, to wisdom, to all the winged things, to that endless search of freedom and movement, life and desire, ever seeking, ever moving, ever being. To the south, to the fire, to the flame that burns within, to the light that guides our way, to the warmth of the fires at night, keeping us comfortable as the seasons slowly change. And then to the west, to the earth, to the ground beneath our feet, to the nature around us, to all creatures great and small, all the things who have come before us, who are here now and who will come later, and all those who which have started to be, but then were never given the true opportunity. And then lastly, to the north, to the water, to emotion, to that depth deep as the oceans for the mind and the soul, to that ever-changing spirit, that strong, ever fluid, ever-changing force, to our Earth Mother Gaia, the goddess of creation. May she come to protect us, guide us, keep us warm, keep us safe. So we that create our own peace, balance, and serenity. To our great Father in the sky, the illuminator, the keeper, the giver, the seed of life. May you breathe down your divinity so that we may embrace it within ourselves and be able to see, hear, feel, and speak with that eternal wisdom and understanding. And to our celestial sister, Luna, whom we are here to honor and recognize as this change of the cycle. We welcome you to illuminate our paths with your radiance so we may continue to move forward on our paths. And as you can see, before we even get started, someone's already entered the table. This is a personal favorite, but it's also very fitting to this time period. This is Actinolite. It's a metaphysical shield that helps to expand, crystallize, and protect the aura, helping to connect us to a higher awareness, bringing that into the mind, body, and psyche, into balance with our spirit. It helps us to clear blockages and resistance in our paths, dissolving the unwanted and inappropriate. In doing any kind of metaphysical work, Actinolite is a personal favorite. It does a lot of work to help keep you safe. It's like a safe space in a stone. It's very soft, very soothing, especially when everything around us seems in turmoil. Actinolite reminds us that we do always have access to safe space. And to pair very nicely with that is Petrified Wood. Petrified Wood is very grounding, stabilizing. It helps to calm very high energies as they're coming into the earth, especially with the beginning of eclipse season. We need to stabilize that intensity. Give it a little structure and direction, otherwise it's going to knock people on their asses. Some people might need that, but it's not necessary. I love petrified wood because it's wood that has essentially fossilized, and then all of that fossilized material becomes replaced with other minerals like agate and jasper, jade, quartz. It's quite lovely. Very comforting. And it's actually the state stone here in Washington, because you go out to almost any river and you can find some of this. That's where I found some pieces like these guys, this one. Other people have found and polished and shined up. This one here, you can see that green, that's actually a jade replacement, giving it a little bit more access to our heart. Let's do you. Next, to kind of pair with this, as you can see, we have all this protective, grounding energy. The next thing we need to do is give it a little direction, if you will. And within that direction, have a sense of purpose. And the best thing for that right now is something called Prehnite. Prehnite is a stone of unconditional love and healing the heart. It helps attune you to the universal earth grid, helps prepare you for no matter what the situation. It helps to seal the auric field in a protective shield, working in tangent with the Actinolite. It helps to teach harmony with nature and the elemental forces, revitalizing, renewing our surroundings, helping to work with decluttering. And what really helps with that as well is a lot of times when you find Prehnite, you find it with Epidote. And Epidote clears out anything that's getting in the way. So with that in mind, we take this Prehnite and we scatter it around to help really bring everything in, help it to do the work we're seeking to do. Really help to understand what our focuses are, our purposes are. And if we have anything purposely getting in our way, this is going to help to remove that. Because we have enough problems. Why do we need to add to them? And as I said, there's a lot coming in right now. And one of those things is coming in with the form of Stilbite. And Stilbite is a zeolite formation. It's a monoclinic, works kind of all the different chakras, contains information about the soul and its components to assist in deep soul healing. It's a very creative stone, helping to open our intuition, carrying a loving, supporting vibration. Again, helping to ground spiritual energy, manifesting the intuitive thought, giving us guidance and direction throughout our journey, no matter our destination, helping to facilitate travel to higher realms and retaining those experiences. And it's like we are going into eclipse season. Things are going to be happening. Things are going to be moving. And coming in quite potently. And we're just going to try to make sure that everything that's coming in gets grounded out, settled, focused, if you will, because it's going to get a little wonky. Things are going to shift, whether we like it or not. But it is what it is. And Stilbite's actually another fun stone that you can find here locally in Washington, as well as actually Actinolite. So there's actually a lot of native stones today. Like this piece here I actually found locally. Same with a lot of these rougher looking guys. These nice clean looking ones I got from a shop. It doesn't mean they're any better or worse. They just are what they are. They are appreciated and utilized all the same. Next, for our merry band of travelers, is a personal favorite again. A little rarer stone that you don't get to see very often, but is really good in grid work. Is something called Axinite. Axinite here is these browner, flatter crystals. They're very shiny, as you can see. And this is, again, a very strong grounder, bringing earth energies into the body through the Earth Star chakra, where it's like the Prehnite, the Stilbite, that is pulling in from the crown, where the Petrified Wood is acting more as the stabilized foundation. Axinite's coming in and taking that foundation and being like, okay, coming in with that energy from the earth itself to use that as the balance for the energies coming in from above. And as you can see, these also can kind of come on a matrix. And again, we're seeing a little presence of our friend Epido. So we're going to be clearing out a lot of energies because it's spring. It's spring cleaning. That's what we're doing. That's what we do this time of year. So anything we can use to help support that, we should throw in. Axinite is both pyroelectric, excuse me, and piezoelectric, which means under heat and pressure, it creates electricity. This helps to both strengthen and endurance, or bring strength and endurance into our bodies and mind, helping us to, again, move through change as it happens through life, change as it's needed, as long as it doesn't impose negatively on our own lives. And again, healing on very multitudes of levels. So we're going to take this lovely guy and we're going to import it right through the center here. So even as these are very grounding, because it has all that piezoelectricity, the pyroelectricity, it's great energy generator. As you can see, I'm already moving through some shit. Hitting me right in the throat. Jesus Christ. Most of this stuff is like heart, root, crown. But it's wherever that blockage is, it's going to find it and it's going to move it. No matter what you have to say about it. Jesus. But yeah, this Axinite's going to come through and just create this inner barrier, this inner boundary, grounding everything out, harmonizing it, balancing it, along with everything else, which is, as you can see, there's this big trend of harmonization, balance, grounding, listening to our elders and the ancients, looking at the old teachings. That is what we are here to do. And take those old lessons and turn them into something new. Let's go. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. Some of that. And the last but not least, the final friend of our grid is emerald. Now, you might be familiar with emerald, you might not be. Typically, you see it in a very shiny, bright, flashy color, but those are really small, and those have been cut away to where all the imperfections are gone. But normally it's this kind of dark, boring, greenish color. It's nothing really fancy, like you can see it. Just a little bit of that emerald coming through this matrix here. A little bit more there. It's like, it's not usually all that flashy. Finding those really gem quality is rare. But emerald here is a beryl. Oh, shit. So it's part of the aquamarine, the Helidor, Bixbite, a lot of the very fast stones. But here, this is a Stone that was used to help protect from travelers and protect against demons. It's a stone of successful love, bringing domestic bliss and loyalty, enhancing pre-existing unions, helping to create unconditional love and partnership, promoting friendship. This is a very life-affirming stone instilled with integrity and focus, which all things that we could use and benefit from. This is feeling a little different than I was expecting, looking a little different, but it is what it is. I will work with it as I can. Placements always change, energies change. That worked out nicely. I can go and just 1, 2, 3. Let's go and just drop one down there. There. So they might not be gem quality, but still, look at that color. It's very fascinating. So there's a lot of love in this grid today, in this season. I guess we can take that as a good thing. A lot of heart work, or it's like we're taking all of this energy that's coming in and we're really kind of focusing into our heart space, helping to give it a little focus and direction, a little peace of mind. A little freedom. Take a couple of these little extra guys. We're just gonna do a little something like this. Yeah, just to change it up a little bit. Give it a little flow. And as you know, can't keep too much empty spaces. I don't like having an open ring. So we're going to come through. We're going to seal the outside with ocean kyanite, green kyanite, if you will. Kyanite, as we said last month, is a bridge. It's a connector. Anything that is being passed through kyanite is automatically shifted into a more positive vibration. So it basically doesn't allow strife to pass through it, which I'm sure we could all benefit from. Sometimes I grab stuff not knowing why I did, and then at the end it all comes together. Look at that. How are we looking up from above? That one It's going to cause a little wonkiness, but that's fine. That's what you get when things aren't, meant to be placed in circles. Yeah. And as I'm sure you could tell, all the plants wanted to be out and be in the shot today and be involved. So here we are, guys. Hi, how are ya? Because again, we're coming into spring. We're coming into a more heart space, more groundedness, if you will. And what better to do that than with the energies of the plants we have around us, because it's not quite time for them to go outside, but it will be soon. And we all know how much they love it when they get that little time out in the summer sunshine. So yes, here we are. Our last little piece, the spirit of our grid, our little spirit doll coming to give it life. And then we come, of course I forget something. Here. A little bit of the smoke, a little fire, a little cleansing, a little blessing. Come to balance the heart, mind, and soul. Unite ourselves with those around it, us. Become more balanced and more in harmony with the nature that made it so our life can be. Go on, just let you burn for a moment as I come through. These, as you can, not even trying, it's already harmonizing because these all are on the same page. These are all working together. Even before I brought them together and got this idea, they're all on the same page because they know what's coming. They're here to prepare us, here to enlighten us, and as well here to ground us, keep us stable as this change comes in and moves and goes. Yeah, see, it's already grounded down and just rock steady. Pun intended. Before we go through and seal the deal, just keep in mind the new change coming your way. How is life any different than what it was? Is it better? Is it worse? Are things looking up for you? Are they shifting for you? And with that shift, are you fighting it or are you going with it? If you move with the change, if you expect the change, it won't disrupt your ship. You can stay calm, you can stay balanced, you can stay grounded, while still taking in everything coming around you and staying in a nice, calm, healthy heart space full of love, creativity, and passion. And now to seal the deal. Have a happy, safe, and changing spring season. Let us see the life coming our way and the life we are now stepping into. And if you've made it this far, let me know what changes are happening in your life that you're looking forward to, dreading, and prepared for. And let's see if these coming months it doesn't come true. Have a lovely, safe, and peaceful lunar cycle.